Fulich. This is Joseph Fulich. He's an artist here at Big Idea Studios. Today, he's going to show you how to draw Larry Boy. Be sure to get my good side.
What I usually do is just kind of do a line right smack dab in the center of where his body's going to be, and then start out with his body. Just keep it real loose. Don't worry about anything. Usually arch.
This is Joseph Fulich. He's an artist here at Big Idea Studios. Today, he's going to show you how to draw Larry Boy. Be sure to get my good side.
What I usually do is just kind of do a line right smack dab in the center of where his body's going to be, and then start out with his body. Just keep it real loose. Don't worry about anything. Usually arch him a little bit like that. I'm just using a marker right now. There we go. That looks pretty good. Just like that. Give him a little attitude. This side is a little bit smoother, and this one has a little more detail to it, a little more movement. So usually one side has more movement, one side is a little more simpler. We do this character quite a bit at Ronald McDonald House at Loyola Medical Center. The children love to draw Larry Boy. Okay, so all you have to do is draw a straight line like that, and that's going to be his mask. And the nose goes right smack dab in the center of his body and in the center of that line on both sides. So we got that. Now we're going to throw his eyes in. And since our characters don't have any moving hands or arms, the eyes are very important because that is going to convey most of the acting in our characters. So you have these eyeballs are going to go in there, and then the center of the eyeballs, the pupils are going to go like that. Now make sure you leave a little highlight in there. You could start to put a little bit more black in there. Just make sure you leave a little room for the eyeball highlight. Now, let's define his hat a little bit more. And we're going to put his fin up on top. And now we're going to put in his suction cups on both sides. They come out a little bit. And once you draw that, and make sure that they're not perfectly straight, that you kind of whack down a little bit. That's one side. You can make one bigger, and then you can make this one here a little bit smaller. Make sure they're not perfectly in line with one another. A little bigger, a little smaller over here. And now we put in his mouth. And he's always got to have a little smile too. And his tooth. And just color that in. And smooth that out a little bit. And give him a little bit more body over here. And we have to give him some clothes. Little superhero clothes, and it's kind of a combination of Elvis Presley and a superhero. And he's got his ties here like little buttons, and his big Elvis Presley belt buckle. LB, Larry Boy. Okay, now let's put a little detail in there like that. Makes it look like there's a belt. And if you give him a little shadow, and we're going to put a little background there, make sure it continues, and you can put a little tower up here, and a couple windows, and you have a whole city suggested in the background. And put your signature in there and draw a set.
This is Joseph Fulich. He's an artist here at Big Idea Studios. Today, he's going to show you how to draw the Larry plane.
So let's start with our perspective lines, because this airplane, this Larry Boy mobile, is going to be coming out at you. So we're going to start from this point to that point, just like that. And we're going to sketch in some of these lines so that right now we have really 3 lines. This is your middle point, your middle line, and now the perspective lines. And these lines are all going to go off to a point and meet in space up there. So they all go to a point right up here. And that kind of starts to show that there's perspective. As the plane is coming closer to you, it's bigger, it's larger. As it goes farther away, it starts to get smaller. So right now we've already shown that we're going to have some perspective in this. So We also, since we have the perspective lines for here, we have to kind of figure out where the perspective is going to be coming from on this line too. So we're going to just start to indicate that here with our grayscale marker. So now we have kind of a nice idea of where our perspective is actually going. These lines going this way, these lines are all going to a point in space that meet over here. Now we're going to start with the probably this area right here, which is the cockpit. And the hood of the Larry Boy Mobile. Let's indicate it this way. Very loose. We're just indicating where this stuff is going to probably be, but we're not committing to it right now. You can hold your pen this way if you'd like to. Just sketch very loosely like this, or you can hold it like you're actually going to print or write something out. We're going to indicate the tail. And we're going to make sure that our wheels are actually in perspective. So we draw our lines in like that. These are plunger cups for wheels. We thought that'd be really funny, kind of taking what was on his character already. Now, step back a little bit and take a look at this. That's the Larry Boy Mobile. That looks pretty cool, but we have to adjust this to actually make it look like the airplane. So we're going to get rid of the plunger wheels, and we're going to add where that wing would actually come out. And make sure that we're following that in perspective. So I indicated the tires, the plungers, so that you kind of have an idea of how we actually design things. Because the first thing was the Larry Boy Mobile. And we're going to indicate that the wings come out like that. So we're going to have those markings in there. So now we have a very nice loose grayscale drawing of what this mechanism, this machine is going to look like. Now we can finally commit to it. We also know that as we build this in the computer, we have enough space for the wheels to pop off and have these wings come out. So that's why they're sketched in this idea sketch. So let's start to clean this up now and really define the areas that we want to keep in this drawing. That's pretty good. And we're going to indicate the tail. Now here's a little trick to show you. To show that these wings are actually coming out of the body, we're going to cut into the body a little bit. So it really shows from that silhouette that it's cutting into the body. And don't forget the plunger way back here. We're going to make sure that we mirror this to this. And now we're going to back away from this, take a look at it. It's starting to look pretty good. Add a little bit of detail up here. We're going to show that there's a little chrome action going on. So we're adding a little detail. We come back in here. Put some shading in there as well. And take another look at it and just really define our outline. And since we sketched those out, we do know that we have enough room for those tires to fall out and the wings to come out. And we have the plate.
Reading stories is really fun. Would you like to be read to, or do you want to read the story yourself? To turn the page, use the left and right arrow buttons on your DVD remote. The boy with the pot from Gibberty Lot returned the next day, although it was hot. Reading stories is really fun. Would you like to be read to, or do you want to read the story